What if the apex predators we know, the ones that make us hold our breath, weren't the end of the line for evolution? What if nature, or maybe something else, decided to mash up their most terrifying traits into one unbelievable beast? Picture this: the bone-crushing jaws of a saltwater crocodile, the sheer brute strength of a silverback gorilla, and the silent, nighttime deadliness of a bat. A creature that's an ambush master in the water, a powerhouse on land, and a silent terror from above. This isn't just some wild daydream. Scientists, the ones who think about what-if biology, have actually considered something this monstrous. And myth-tellers, they've hinted at creatures like this in their oldest, darkest legends. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a monster that really shouldn't exist: the Crocodile-Gorilla-Bat. To really get a handle on how horrifying this hybrid would be, we need to break down its parts. Each one is a king in its own world. Let's start with the crocodile. This is an ancient design, barely changed in millions of years, which tells you it's a pretty perfect killing machine. Its main weapon, that devastating bite. A saltwater crocodile, for example, has the strongest bite force ever measured, around 3,700 pounds per square inch. Your bite? It's about 162 psi, so this isn't just a bite, it's like a hydraulic press made of bone and muscle, built to crush, tear, and end a fight instantly. Those jaws are powered by huge muscles, so big they give the croc that signature wide head. But it's not just about raw power, it's smart design. Their teeth interlock, some are like combs for gripping, others are sharper for tearing. Once it's got you, escape is, well, let's just say it's pretty much impossible. Then there's the armor. A crocodile's skin is incredible natural armor. Thick, leathery, and studded with bony plates called osteoderms. And don't forget how it hunts. The ambush. It can wait underwater and almost invisible for hours, even days. Just a pair of eyes and nostrils sticking out, hiding the massive power coiled just under the water. It's the patient, silent death in the murky depths, a master of the sudden explosive strike. This creature gives our hybrid its unmatched bite, its tough armor, and its terrifying patience. Alright, let's leave the murky waters and head into the dense jungles, the gorilla's territory. We're talking about the silverback, a creature of incredible strength and surprising smarts. A grown silverback can be up to 10 times stronger than an average person. They can lift or throw staggering weights, some say close to 1,800 pounds. This strength isn't just for show, it's for showing who's boss, getting around their forest home and protecting their family. Their muscular build, especially that upper body with those powerful arms and thick frame, just screams raw, untamed power. Imagine that strength, that ability to rip and tear, added to the crocodile's weapons. But gorillas aren't just muscle. They're incredibly intelligent. They can solve complex problems, use tools, and have really complicated social lives. They talk to each other with all sorts of sounds, gestures, and facial expressions, showing a level of thinking that makes their strength even more terrifying. This intelligence means they can learn, adapt, and even think strategically. While they're usually peaceful, a provoked gorilla is a frightening sight, full of intimidating displays, and if you push it too far, brutal aggression. So from the gorilla, our hybrid gets not just earth-shattering strength and a powerful body, but a sharp, calculating mind. A mind that can learn, adapt, and maybe even plan its hunts in ways we can barely imagine. Finally, let's look up at the night sky at those silent, flitting shadows. Bats. Often misunderstood, bats are nocturnal masters with skills that would turn our hybrid into an unmatched stealth predator. The biggest one? Flight, of course. Leathery wings, amazingly designed for flight, let them move with agility, often silently through the dark. But how do they navigate in total darkness? Echolocation. Bats send out high-frequency squeaks and then listen for the echoes to build a sound map of what's around them. This lets them find and track prey with incredible accuracy even when it's pitch black. Some bats, like the barbastelle, have even developed stealth echolocation using calls so quiet that moths with ears don't detect them until it's way too late. Imagine this incredible sense, this ability to see with sound, given to something with a croc's jaws and a gorilla's strength. Bats own the night, perfectly adapted for a world most of us never see. Being active at night gives them a natural cloak, a huge edge over daytime prey. They can appear and disappear like ghosts. This airborne stealth, this mastery of the unseen, this knack for silent approach and vanishing, is the bat's chilling gift to our hybrid. Flight, echolocation, and the cover of darkness. So let's try to picture this biological horror. Imagine a creature unsettlingly massive, maybe the size of a big gorilla but covered in the crocodile's dense, scaly armor. Its head a grotesque mashup. The long, toothy snout of a crocodile capable of that 3,700 psi bite, but maybe wider, to house a brain boosted by gorilla-level intelligence. Eyes with the night vision of a bat, but the focused, predatory stare of a crocodile. From its broad, incredibly powerful shoulders, a gift from its primate side, sprout enormous leathery bat wings. The sheer muscle needed for something this heavy to fly is mind-boggling. Maybe it wouldn't be doing agile acrobatics, but more like powerful gliding descents. Terrifying either way. Its limbs would be a horrific blend, the front having the gorilla's massive arms and nimble clawed hands for grabbing and tearing, the back legs. Maybe they'd keep a crocodilian structure for strong swimming, or be more gorilla-like for walking and climbing. How would this thing hunt? It'd be an apex predator unlike anything we've ever seen, a master of multiple environments. In water, it'd be the ultimate silent, armored ambush hunter. On land, its gorilla-like strength and smarts would make it a terrifying chaser or a devastating trapper. From the air, it could launch unseen attacks, hidden by darkness and maybe even using quiet echolocation. Its senses would be a terrifying mix. The croc's sharp smell, the gorilla's keen eyesight, and the bat's unmatched echolocation, making it an exceptional hunter day or night. Its home, anywhere it wants. Swamps, dense forests, remote mountains, maybe even lurking in the shadows of our own cities. The Crocodile-Gorilla-Bat wouldn't just be a predator, it would be a walking, flying, swimming engine of destruction. A creature that simply should not be. Its intelligence would let it learn from every encounter, tweak its strategies, making it an ever-evolving menace. It would probably need a colossal amount of food, meaning its hunting grounds would have to be huge, and its impact on any ecosystem catastrophic. Is a creature like this just a horrible what-if from biology class, a monster locked away in our darkest nightmares? Or Do ancient myths and forgotten legends whisper about something disturbingly similar? People have always been both fascinated and terrified by hybrid creatures. These beings, mixing parts of different animals, often stood for the wild, the chaotic, the divine, or the demonic. Think about Amit, the devourer of the dead from Egyptian mythology. A terrifying mix-and-match beast with a crocodile's head, the body of a lion or wild cat, and the back end of a hippo. Amit sat by the scales of judgment, ready to eat the hearts of anyone deemed unworthy, sending them to, well, nowhere good. It couldn't fly, but Amit is that terrifying mix of top predators, a symbol of ultimate, unavoidable doom. That crocodile head is a direct link to our hybrid's monstrous jaws. Then there's the Makara from Hindu mythology, a complicated sea creature often shown with the head or jaws of a crocodile, and sometimes bits of other animals like elephants or fish. It symbolized power and protection, ridden by sea gods and river goddesses. Though its form varied, the crocodile part keeps popping up, which shows the deep fear and respect that reptile commands. And what about creatures that hint at monstrous winged strength? The manticore from Persian stories, often described with a lion's body, a human-like face, and sometimes bat-like wings or a scorpion's tail that could shoot venomous spines. A man-eater, its name literally means man-eater. The blend of a powerful land predator with flight and a terrifying face echoes the horror of our Crocodile-Gorilla-Bat. So many cultures have myths of winged beasts, powerful sky predators, chimeras, griffins, creatures that combine the deadliest bits of different animals. It suggests that humans have been toying with the idea of such ultimate predators for a long time. These myths aren't exact blueprints, of course, but they show a deep human habit of imagining and fearing creatures that go beyond the natural order by mashing up the deadliest traits of known animals. They're the monstrous what-ifs of our ancestors, born from the shadows of the unknown. Could the Crocodile-Gorilla-Bat be a modern version of these ancient fears, a scientific nightmare echoing old dread? The very idea of the Crocodile-Gorilla-Bat just goes against everything natural. If it existed, it would be an ecological disaster. Apex predators, the ones we have now, are vital for keeping their ecosystems in balance. They keep prey populations in check, making sure no single species takes over. But a creature like the Crocodile-Gorilla-Bat, it wouldn't just be an apex predator. It would be a hyper-predator, something nature has no answer for. With all its combined strengths, it would have no natural enemies. It would need a massive amount of food, which means wiping out prey populations across land, air, and water. Entire food webs could just collapse. Biodiversity would plummet wherever it decided to live. The balance of nature is a delicate thing. This creature would be a wrecking ball. Beyond the ecological ruin, think about the sheer pure terror. Humans have evolved to fear their natural predators. But this hybrid combines the killing tools of 3 different kinds of lethal animals, all cranked up by intelligence. It's a creature straight out of a nightmare made real. It's the sudden, brutal attack from the murky depths, the overwhelming power of a jungle giant, and the silent, unseen threat from the darkest sky, all rolled into one. Its presence would spark such deep, primal fear it could stop progress, force people to abandon huge areas, and change our relationship with the natural world forever. There's also a kind of philosophical dread. Speculative biology lets us imagine these creatures to explore the what-ifs. But the crocodile-gorilla-bat pushes the boundaries of what's terrifyingly plausible. Even if it's impossible right now through natural evolution or our current science. It represents the ultimate predator, a biological weapon of unmatched deadliness. Its existence would be a constant, chilling reminder of nature's ability to be brutally efficient, taken to an unnatural extreme. It shouldn't exist because its perfection as a killer would mean imperfection and destruction for everything else. It's the ultimate biological paradox. A creature so perfectly built to kill that its very existence would destroy the ecosystems it would need to survive. The crocodile-gorilla-bat, a chilling mix of nature's deadliest designs, a creature born from scientific what-ifs, and echoed in the faint, fearful whispers of ancient myth. It's the ultimate predator, a being so biologically superior that its impossibility is something we should probably be grateful for. It remains for now the stuff of nightmares, a benchmark for terror, showing just how dark our imaginations and nature can be. But it serves as a strong reminder. Some doors are best left unopened. Some creatures truly shouldn't exist. What are your thoughts on this terrifying hybrid? Could a creature like this or something similar ever actually come about naturally or otherwise? And what other monstrous combinations do you think should stay firmly in the creatures that shouldn't exist category? Tell me your most terrifying ideas in the comments below. If you found this peek into the world of monstrous what-ifs fascinating, please give this video a like, subscribe for more explorations of the unknown, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into the creatures that haunt our nightmares. Until next time, try not to look too closely into the shadows.